Hello and welcome back to Cello from the Beginning. So this lesson will be an introduction for our next piece, which is called Little Hans. This is a German folk song, and you may know it as Lightly Row, but in the original translation it would be Little Hans. And we're going to do a couple of things here. First, we're going to have a warm-up, a kind of a tonalization where we're going to play a scale in the key that the piece is in, using notes that you already know. And then we're going to do a couple of technical exercises to prepare us for the difficulties in Little Hans. So let's begin with our warm-up, which is a D major scale. Now you know all of these notes already. We're using our 1-3-4 finger pattern on the D and A. We're playing D, 1, 3, 4, A, 1, 3, and 4. And then we'll go back down. So let's start with 2 of each, a down bow and an up bow, at a nice steady pace. So about 1, 2, ready, play. D, 1, 3, 4, A, 1, 3, 4. So repeat 4, 4, 3, 1, A, 4, 3, 1, D. All right, so hopefully you got that. You can, if you want to warm up a little more, you can pause the video, work on that a little bit. Let's do one more thing, which is let's go up just single notes. So we'll play D, 1, 3, 4, A, 1, 3, 4. And instead of repeating the top note, let's come right back down. 3, 1, A, 4, 3, 1, D. So be ready for your string crossings. So here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. D, 1, 3, 4, A, 1, 3, 4, back down, 3, 1, A, string crossing, 3, 1, D. Great. So now we're warmed up and we've got this a key in our head, the sound of it and the feel of this D major key. So we're going to begin now with 2 technical exercises to prepare for Little Hans. And the first thing that we're doing is to play a rhythm, a simple rhythm. 2 quarter notes followed by a half note. We have this a lot in this piece. In fact, it's one of only 2 rhythms that we have. It's either all quarter notes, like 1, 2, 3, 4, or 2 quarters and a half. So this rhythm. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now notice my bow distribution here. I play quarter, quarter, half note, and that works me out to the tip. Now I play quarter, quarter, half, and it works me back to the frog. So don't try to use the entire bow on the quarters. Let the half notes move you back and forth. D string. 1, 2, ready, play. Out to the tip. Back to the frog. To the tip. To the frog. So 1 speed. So I'm using 1 bow speed. It's just that I use more bow on the half notes and, of course, less bow on the quarter notes. But I don't want to go super slow on the half note with my bow speed or super fast on the quarters. We just kind of find one speed. And that is the main bowing pattern of Little Hans. We already know how to do this. I'm very familiar with that quarter note steady beat pattern. Now we need to look at some string crossings, so some left hand, right hand work. So the very beginning of this song starts with an open A and goes immediately to a third finger on the D. So this. That's probably the main technical challenge in this piece, really, is the string crossing. Obviously not so hard for the left hand because we're not actually playing a note on the A string, we're just going right to the D string. But for the bow, certainly. So let's do this. Let's start with 2 A's and then 2 F sharps, third on the D. So we'll like this. Nice and slow. Okay, so you get the feel of how the bow pivots. Now let's change the pattern slightly. We'll still be doing 2 of each note, but we're going to displace it. So we start with an A, then 2 F's, then an A. This changes the bowing direction, so it puts the string crossing on an up bow instead of a down bow. So A, 3, 3, A, 3, 3. Keep going. Nice and smooth. A few more times. And stop. Okay, that's a really critical technique in this piece. So we have it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times essentially throughout the course of this piece, just playing through one time in the 16 bars. So it happens a lot. There's one other string crossing we want to work on, and that is the piece goes on. So here's our string crossing from 4th finger on the D to an open A. So we practiced that a little bit in our scale, but now we're going to isolate it, just get the string crossing. And once again, let's start, rather than, we're going to do 2, but we're going to displace. So it will be 4, A, 4, 4, A. Let's try that. Ready, and 4, A, 4, 4, A, 4, 4, A, keep going, 4, A, 4, A, one more time, 4, A. Okay, now we'll start with the group of 2. So two 4th finger G's, 2 open A's. So let's start on the 4. Ready, and 4, 4, A, 4, A, 4, A, 4, A, 4, A, 4, A. If you want to do something a little harder, try this. A, 4, A, 4, 1 each. you can reverse it. Start on fourth finger. 4, A, 4, A, 4, A, 4, A. So what's always critical on this technique of the string crossing is my pivot, so that I pivot at the same moment as I change bow directions. If I get this, or if I get that sound, it means I'm not pivoting at the same time as I change bow directions. Something is holding over or moving too soon. And then, of course, incorporating the left hand, where we have where I may be pushing the string down. So all of those things have to work together. But if you practice each one of them individually and slowly, and this is not a fast piece, so you don't have to get this going very fast. Probably we'll look at something like something along that line. Not super fast, maybe a little faster as you get better at it, but it's not an allegro or fast piece, more of a moderato, moderately kind of walking pace piece. So practice those exercises to get your string crossings ready, and in the next video we will start learning Little Hans. We'll see you there.